It is mid-August. Me and Hayden are back in southeast Colorado, our last week of work down here for the summer. It's been a really awesome summer, spending a lot of time down here. And our first herp of the trip, about an hour in, is this prairie rattlesnake right here. So started off with one of these. We'll see what else we find tonight. Kind of in a new area for us, just in a slightly different region, but we'll see how it goes. Right before we got to this cattle guard, it stopped right here because we saw it running in front of us. And we got a little Texas horned lizard. It's kind of late in the day to cruise one of these guys. He's probably about to head underground for the night, but at least we got one before that happened. Okay, not too much further down the road, we have two bucks right there. One of them huge, really cool looking. There they go over the hill. They were probably right there when we cruised up on this elegans right here. So we just got a wandering garter snake, a really big one too, and this is an extremely unexpected find. This is very weird, and he's a really cool looking elegans, and possibly the biggest one I've ever seen. But it's always cool to see one so healthy in an area where they're not too typical at all. So we took some pictures of that wandering garter snake, decided to keep going down the road, and very quickly you can see we got another snake right here. Prairie rattlesnake. So definitely the most common snake down here. Probably the most common thing we'll see tonight, but sunset and a snake, can't beat it. Next snake, we're at a good pace. Another prairie rattlesnake. Well, it's definitely slowed down, but we got another Viridis on the move right here. Looks like he'll get himself off the road, so we'll let him do that. But kind of working with a lot of scattered rainstorms, which definitely could be good. Well, we just had a rattlesnake get off the road, but we finally got a new species for the night. We got a Kansas glossy snake right here that is just kind of cooped up in the road. Thinks he's blended in, but we'll make sure we're getting him off of here. We went through some huge rainstorms earlier, but the stretch of road we're on is back a little bit warmer, and we got our next species of the night. This nice bull snake right here, looking very polite right now, but cool. We can see another snake on the night. We'll see if some more pop up. Probably will still go for another couple hours, so we'll get this guy off the road. So it's been a fairly slow evening for the last while. Maybe another rattlesnake and a plain spadefoot, but now we got a really pretty couch of spadefoot with some nice yellow and black contrast going on. All right, we got a double stop. Looks like we have a plains spadefoot right there. And then up here, probably another plains spadefoot. Yep, two at the same spot. We finally just cruised a plains garter snake in southeast Colorado. For some reason, in previous years, we've seen a lot of these guys. I mean, they're pretty common down here. And we haven't been able to cruise a live one for some reason until right now. And it is a really big one, very healthy, very defensive as well. It was poking and trying to bite earlier, but nice healthy thick radix here, and it's about time we finally got one. New species on the night along with the woodhouse from earlier, but we're getting eaten by bugs, so we'll let them go. So it's been a slow warm-up this morning, doing some cruising with Hayden and Liam. We got a Viridis earlier, and then we just lost a coach whip off the road. Then we finally got a Texas horned lizard. So it definitely took a while for things to start moving. It's already 10 o'clock, but it's still fairly low temperature, so hopefully we can pull up something in the next 30 minutes or so. Just cruised up on another one of these guys. This one has very large spikes on the side that you can see right there. Those large white spikes that definitely bigger than normal for a Texas horned lizard, and especially one of this size, but nice white stripe down the back as well. And we're gonna get him off the road. So we've now met up with Max for doing some cruising. It's his birthday, so happy birthday to Max. And we just found this little tarantula because we stopped for this prairie rattlesnake that we just moved off the road. But it's a little slow so far. Have seen a lot of woodhouse toads, but hopefully some things pop up and we'll see what happens. So this is really all we've been getting in the video between last night and tonight, but another prairie rattlesnake, pretty skinny for its length, so hopefully it goes and finds a meal. So it's been a very slow night with just a couple more prairie rattlesnakes and some more woodhouse toads. And finally, right at midnight, we cruised up this milk snake that was just hauling across the road. So really good that we were able to get a hand on him before he was able to slither off into the grass. But yeah, super awesome area to find one of these guys. I haven't cruised one this year, despite all my time down here, and we finally got my first one cruise of the year. But car's coming, so we're gonna get him out of here. Super stoked though. Not long after we let that milk go, a little further down the road, and we have a new species on the night. One of the species we're looking for mine and Hayden survey, but we got a couch of spadefoot. Yep. So for some reason after midnight, it seems like the pace is now picking up a little bit, which is always fun. But we got a Plains black-headed snake that we just cruised, a very big one, pretty thick, with a cool dot kind of right behind its head there. But we'll get him off the road. So Max, Hayden, and I are exploring definitely an interesting area, and it's really hot today. I think it's actually hitting 100. There was some good rocks along this drainage though, where there's a little bit of water. We flipped a huge rock and managed to flip this black neck garter snake in Pueblo County, which is super cool. They're not common really anywhere in southeast Colorado, but especially over here, they're not too common at all. So we were super excited about this. A little out of breath from but we'll get them out of here, take some pictures, and let this squirmy nice black neck garter snake go. So us three are back now with Hayden, doing some more evening herping the next night. And we just looked down, you can see the truck over there. We saw this side road as we were driving, and this huge bull snake was crossing the road. Has a little bit of a stub tail with some really nice black, but a very healthy snake. Yeah, and a big scar on the side too. But always check the side roads. It'll sometimes work out, and we got a nice beautiful snake as we did. All right guys, I am so excited about this find. I've just been hanging out with my buddy. We've had some rain earlier today. Wasn't really even herping, but I was talking about how it was great conditions. We just got to a section of road in between our houses that I said would be great to cruise a milk. And I kid you not, 10 seconds after that, this guy popped up in a very short stretch of habitat in my home county. And there's been hardly any ever seen here. And I am super stoked about this. So, I mean, just a really cool milk snake. It's kind of hard to see. I have a really bad light on right now, but the white is a lot more just kind of gray in there. A really dark colored milk snake, but a really beautiful one as well. And I could not be more stoked with this find. I need to get some pictures. It's 1 in the morning. Just amazing. I'm with Liam and Gavin. We're doing some cruising here in central Colorado. And first snake of the night. They've seen a couple bulls already, but we just got our first bull right here, small juvenile. So hopefully it keeps up. Should be a lot of lion snakes and some of these guys and viridis. And any other snakes will definitely be lucky, but we'll see what happens. Okay, so the last snake we saw was a lion snake, and now our third species of the night is this Plains garter snake. In the car to avoid the wind corrupting my audio. But we finally just got another live one right here, so we will let it go. Hopefully we can see a couple more. We probably have another hour left or so. Somehow this is probably only about the 5th lion snake that we've seen tonight. They're definitely a lot more common in this area normally, although we did go out of their range, took a route out of the way that we probably shouldn't have, but at least we got another lion snake right here. A lot of DORs, these guys on the road, and a couple of DOR radix as well. All right, I'm with Hayden. We're in the west slope of Colorado. I'm driving out to Utah right now because the school starts tomorrow, at least move-in day. But we're doing one last trip here in Colorado and squeezing in a west slope trip where Hayden's been once or twice and I've never been. So should be a fun night, no matter what we see. It's a really cool area. You can see we got some sweet habitat. But we just got this eastern collared lizard. And on the west slope, they tend to have a lot better coloration than they do on the east slope. So this yellow head and turquoise body, just beautiful. And sitting on the rock, it just sticks out like a sore thumb. So glad we could get a hand on this guy. So we didn't have the luck we were hoping for on our hike earlier today, but now we're doing some night cruising. Hopefully we can pull a few things. It's definitely decent conditions with the recent rain. However, the temperatures are not what we were hoping for, but we could maybe still pull something. And at least we're seeing these woodhouse toads all over the road, so at least we know there's something out. Well, we just cruised a DOR garter snake, and then we just got another live herp. We got a tiger salamander, which is super cool. The ones on the west side of the Rocky Mountains definitely look different than the ones on the east slope. So has a lot more smaller yellow kind of blotching and spotting rather than big dots. But cool to cruise this guy even though it's dry out right now, and we'll see what else pops up. Okay, so not much further after that salamander, we just got this tiny gopher snake, which is Hayden's lifer. I've seen them before, but only in Utah, so it's my first one in Colorado, so that's a fun box to check off. But definitely a neonate, this year's hatchling, and extremely skinny. Has not had a single meal likely since it hatched. Just a very skinny snake with some very dull patterning, but it's kind of cool because it's just so light that it all almost blends together. But hopefully this is a good sign for maybe more to be moving, but at least we got something tonight. Okay, so that was my last Colorado herp of the 2023 season. Now I've been out in Utah, and we'll have some sweet videos coming out then, along with the California herping video that will hopefully be coming out, over this winter. But had a blast of a season in Colorado. Got to hang out with Hayden pretty much 24/7 because of the job that allowed us to herp so much, and then got to hang out with a lot of other herpers as well. But had a blast. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.